When the Kundalini is rising, she rises spontaneously and passes through these 6 centers. That time she also at Vishuddhi, she opens the Vishuddhi, and when she emerges through it, at that time the tongue is little bit pulled in, just to keep the flow on. This action is called as khecheri. So when people are very deeply in meditation, those who have achieved great heights in meditation, they find suddenly they get into khecheri situation, or we call it mudra. In that state, as if some nectar starts flowing from your palate. If you move your tongue upward like that, you will feel the cool coming down your tongue. And try that. Now this we don't have to do when you are in deep meditative state. It starts cooling down your tongue slowly as automatically you get into khecheri state. As far as Sahajogis are concerned today, there are very few who really feel that way. The reason is we do not meditate. We do not pay attention to our realization also. We talk about it quite a lot in the West, especially we discuss it more than to do something about it. We have to meditate every day, just like washing our hands or just like cleaning our teeth. We have to in the morning time meditate, and also in the evening we have to meditate. We have to meditate both the times. Otherwise we cannot rise, we cannot grow. Just to think that we are realized souls, we do not become. This cleansing has to be done every day, in and out. And this is why none of the experiences which are described are felt sometimes in Sahaja, and people ask, Mother, how is it we don't feel the khecheri? Because your attention is not also there where it should have been. So one has to try to meditate in such a manner that this working of the Kundalini is facilitated. The chakras are cleansed out, and ultimately you are in a state of meditation. It's not a question of how to go into meditation. But it's the question how to be in meditation all the time. So as you know that Kundalini, when she reaches the Agya Chakra, and when she opens Agya Chakra, then you can be in thoughtless awareness. Then you don't think. Thinking just stops. You watch everything, just watch. But you do not get involved into what you are watching, but you just watch. And that watching itself gives you the growth within. Think of the tree which is, say, in a turmoil or during earthquake. It won't grow. When the earthquake stops, everything becomes quiet, everything is peaceful, then only the tree can grow. In the same way, our growth can only take place if we are peaceful within ourselves. So for a Kundalini growing wider and wider and rising higher and higher, first thing is we must have peace within ourselves. But this peace is possible if you can make really peace with others. If you cannot make peace with others who are in Sahaja, who are in the collective, if you are in a turmoil, this Kundalini can never rise. That is why collectivity is so important. Without collectivity, your Vishuddhi cannot open. And without collectivity, you cannot have the growth of your spirituality. If the growth of the spirituality, as they say, the tree of life is upside down and the roots are in the brain. And this Kundalini has to go and water that brain. As we water the roots, then it starts flowing downward. And that's how you start expanding. When you start expanding, then you touch the depth of your divinity. And once you have touched the depth of your divinity, then you start working it out in such a manner that people will know that you are yogis, you are people of higher realm, you have something great. It is not how many times you read something, it's not how many times you talk about Sahaja, it's not even how many times you just go on reciting names, but how many times from your heart your pure desire is to ascend. If this pure desire cuts upon you, then the first thing and the last thing you will do is to meditate. You can't do without it. Even if you try, you can't do without it. If you will sleep without meditating, you think, oh, I have not meditated. Not out of guilt, but I have missed something. I have missed something. That should happen to us. So this power of Gauri has to be respected because she is our mother. She is our individual mother. She has given us second birth. She is the one who knows all about us. She is so gentle, so kind. How she slowly rises. She doesn't give us trouble. She takes all the trouble of penetrating through these centers and she gives us the second birth. Because she understands everything. She knows everything. She organizes everything. She brings forth all the beauty that you are. Once you start developing that beauty within yourself, then you will be surprised how powerful you are. Because all these things are of the same nature. Is the truth that you discover, is the same as the beauty, is the same as the joy. You don't have to think that joy is separate, truth is different, beauty is different. Because we are not yet at that point, we just take one facet. But once we reach that point, then the whole thing seems to be one. There is no differentiation at all. It's all one. Many facets of a diamond, but it's one diamond. And that diamond is yourself, your spirit.